Hello everyone, you are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news.
Why the North is backward in education? Sultan of Sokoto is speaking. So why is the North backward in education? Because the truth of the matter is that with the North having been in political leadership of Nigeria for a very long time, they have occupied the leading positions in this country more than any other tribe in this country. But again, the North still remain the most impoverished area of Nigeria. Why? Not only in education, I tell you, even in financial poverty, everything. That's why the highest, in fact, everything you mention about poverty is there. And that's why Peter Obi said that he will start eradicating poverty from the North, and people were taking it on him like he was trying to slander the North. What is the truth? So let's hear what Sultan of Sokoto is saying about the lack of education in the North. The Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, has pinpointed the factors contributing to the educational underdevelopment in the northern region of Nigeria. Speaking at a conference in Abuja, the Sultan of Sokoto highlighted that the main reason for the educational challenge in the northern Nigeria is the failure to implement past recommendations and initiatives. What are those past recommendations? Even if they give them free education, they will not go. They will still go and do Arabic education from their religious outfit. So the Sultan emphasized that unless the northern region takes past recommendations and initiatives seriously and implement them, it will continue to face the same educational challenges. As chairman of the Northern Traditional Rulers Council, representing 20 first-class traditional rulers, the Sultan of Sokoto emphasized the importance of stakeholders in the northern region taking education-related recommendations seriously and ensuring their recommendations, their effective implementation to promote educational development. Northern Youth Assembly writes to Tinubu cautions against crisis in Kano, but that is not the issue for today. Okay. He said the region would continue to organize conferences annually with no progress, okay, if actions are not taken towards the implementation. The Sultan commended Professor Rakayatu Ahmad Rufai and her team for conducting a new research, and he urged the stakeholders to establish a committee to ensure the implementation of his recommendations, aiming to achieve the desired educational goals. That is our problem, implementation. If we don't implement it, we come back next year for another conference and still talk about the same thing. So let's be more serious now, because if you have identified the problem, you have half of the solution. Now let's look for the other half of the solution so that we can move forward. Journalists quoted the renowned monarch as saying. Okay, so it means that they have been doing research. After all, Jonathan government set up Amajiri School and they broke it down. Okay, Buhari government started school children feeding in the north. They broke it down. If you look at people who have been enjoying free benefits from government, it has been the north, but still it doesn't work. Okay, they were doing what do they call it, school children feeding in the north without caring about shelter, without caring about their studying. Some of them were even sheltered under trees with a place of food, queuing up to collect more food. Okay, so how can you run a system like that? So the monarch, the Sultan of Sokoto, is seeing that they have been making recommendations in the past, but they have not been implementing recommendation. So every year they will hold annual retreat, annual conference, annual this, annual that. They will still repeat the same thing they made, the same recommendations they made in previous conferences of previous years. So the problem is not about conferences. It's not about identifying what to do. It's about implementing the recommendations, because they have identified these issues over and over and over and over. But implementation is the problem. And he still said, he concluded by saying that even now they're talking about it in this conference, if they still don't implement with their recommendations now, they will still come back next year again for another conference to still repeat the same thing they have said now. So it is a vicious cycle, and you cannot continue to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. So the problem now is that the stakeholders in the North should come together and try to help the implementation of the recommendations that have been made. That is the issue. Okay. Somebody said in northern Nigeria, Western education is haram. That means it's abomination. That is why you are backward. You discourage the children from going to school. Instead, you throw them away into the street to go and beg. Why? Okay. Why do people in Saudi Arabia don't throw away their own children? Until you stop that nonsense, Amajiri practice, you will continue to be backward. That's what somebody is saying there. Professor Sultan, how can not be backward in education when your subject framed Deborah up and burned her alive? Okay, you were there in Sokoto. What did you do? Nothing. Instead of promoting and investing in education, the northern leaders are busy amassing wealth by occupying every position and looting limitlessly. To cover their deeds, they created Boko Haram. Soon, if not now, they would start looking for who to blame. The Sultan should be courageous to tell his people the truth. Not be smart, you know. Someone say, now today daybreak, I beg, make una de mumu, una amajiri beggar more, because them be full husband can never arrest una kids, but they can arrest the poor man, own. Una use religion, take cage them. The world needs to study how these Muslim leaders manipulate their followers to believe them over their parents. Zombie syndrome. If you pay you, go hang yourself. Die. Not be smart, you know. Some say at this current age and stage, no one will beg you guys to give your priority to education. Again, with the way the world is progressing in technology, nobody will beg you now. What happened to the Amajiri school President Goodluck Jonathan built for the North? In fact, the South has tried for the North in every way, but the narrow-mindedness of the North made them remain where they are. Now be smart, you know. Hey, they have blasted them seriously here. I wonder why the Sultan is failing to state the real problem of the North towards education. Majority is that the Sultan and other elites support the master-servant relationship, okay, to the religious doctrine of marrying 4 wives, for even the paupers among them that don't have anything, okay. The preference for Arabic Quranic education as against the Western one, which can't be admissible at any workplace except one of the institutions. So with all these maladies, it will be difficult for the North to catch up with others educationally. That is serious. Unfortunately, you can't see any Northern Muslim responding to this kind of speechless talk by Sultan, who's supposed to say the truth. So what happened to the teaching of giving birth to children and abandoning them to struggle themselves to survive on their own? The Sultan knew the real factors affecting education in the northern region, most especially the Muslims dominating state. If he is to be sincere, let him point out the real thing. Education is a scam. Islam abhors education. That is the reason. So none of them even come out to make comment in this matter. Now only Sultan has made comment for this one, because true, they don't know what to say. And they know the truth. They at least know the truth, but they wouldn't say it so that they will continue to dominate them. Oh, wow. So Sultan Sokoto, go and tell your people the truth so that they can change. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.